Chuck E. Cheese's. Mostly where a kid could actually be a kid. It's not really innocent as people would know. The truth behind Chuck E. Cheese's. Part 1. It was June 20th when I was sitting down and I was watching TV. Then there was a commercial and I saw it and it said, "Come on down to Chuck E. Cheese's where a kid can be a kid. We got animatronics, pizza, video games, and we even got plushies and all of that." I got so excited I was jumping up in my room and I ran all the way down my stairs and told my mom and begged her to let me go there. Then suddenly she just got annoyed of me and she took me. As soon as I got there, I looked and I was jumping up down at the floor. So, I ran to the animatronics and I touched their fur. And then I saw this red stain on the one on the left. It was Chuck E. Cheese's. I ran all the way over to Chucky and then I felt him. I touched the blood stain. I looked at it and then it was blood. So I tried to lift open the head and it only opened a bit. I didn't want to see the endoskeleton, but what I saw was a head of a child inside the suit. I closed his head and I ran as fast as I can to the door and I told my mom to leave. And she told me, "No, you can't leave. You just got here. We can't. Besides, we're paying for pizza. If we leave, we'll get in trouble." "Fine," I said to my mom. I thought that the blood was not even blood, and I thought that there was a person in there because maybe the regular Chuck E. Cheese's the Chuck E. Cheese's robot shut down and they had to use the mascot instead. As soon as I saw this parts and service room when I was playing video games, I went to go there. I heard some noises. I leaned at the door to try to hear what they're saying, and it was a voice like this: "Look, we can't, okay? We can't. We need more children to be stuffed in, alright? We need to stuff them in more suits, alright? We need more. Add more animatronics now." And I was like, "Huh?" I ran and I just ate my pizza and I hit myself 3 times and I thought this was all a dream. But it wasn't at all. After I ate the pizza, I told my mom to let me go back home. But when I got home, I got 3 voicemails on my phone. I was like, what the? Who would actually decide to, wake me up? I just had a valuable day. Even though it was in the morning, I still want to sleep. I looked at one of the voicemails. It was very long. I just played it and hoped I would go to bed. So I closed my eyes and listened to the voicemail. And I hear, "Hey kid, look, I saw you. Alright? I'm coming down to your house right now. I saw you go in your house. I know who you are, kid. I'm gonna stuff you inside a Jasper suit. And then you'll like it as soon as you know it. Your bones will crush hard. And when I was trying to fall asleep, my eyes went wide open. And I was crying. And I hid under my table because I heard a knocking noise. As soon as I heard that, I heard someone with the same exact voice that the guy that was on that phone. And I heard him say, "Can I see your kid for a second?" Because I heard he was being bad in school. And I was like, what the heck? So, I thought he was just a different person. So I was just laying in bed and I saw him. He was smiling at me and he closed the door and locked the door. And now, as soon as I was like, "Hi there," he grabbed out a case thing. It looked sharp. I'm like, "What you got there? Is it candy?" He ripped it out and it was a knife. There was no escape out. I saw my window. I opened it up as fast as I could. He ran at me then. I went out my thing and my window and then I hid in my shed. And he was looking all over for me. And then I saw him go back in his car. But then I saw a costume in my closet. It was Jasper's costume. I pulled out the endoskeleton and I went in it to act like I was really Jasper. So I pulled out the endoskeleton. I went inside the costume and the man went back in my house. I had to hide in the Jasper costume. He saw the endoskeleton back in the suit. He said, "What? How did that get back there?" I'm just going to put it back in. Then he lifted up the head of the suit and he saw me. And he said, "Oh, you really want to get stuffed in?" And I said, "No." He pushed my head in there and he put the endoskeleton in. I act like I really died, but I really didn't. He took me back to Chuck E. Cheese's and it said a missing child report. So I was really, really, really scared that I was really gonna die in there. Then my mom went back to Chuck E. Cheese's and she heard some banging on one of the robots. She pulled out the head and she looked inside. It was me I was hitting on there. And then she pulled me out and she ran out the building. And then we went home. part 2 coming soon.